Hey, what's up guys? So in this video, I wanted to do a little bit of a follow-up of the installing the Z1 dual exhaust for the 350Z, G35, whatever, and I wanted to give you some more insight on the silencers that it comes with, which is a pretty big part of this exhaust, honestly, because it's really helpful for those days that you don't want it to sound like you're driving a race car. So this is one of the silencers that this comes with. If you get the single exhaust, it only comes with one silencer, but if you get the dual exhaust, it comes with two of these, even though it doesn't make it that obvious on the website. So again, you can see the welding finish on these is equally as good of a job on the whole exhaust system. You can see right down there, still really smooth, clean. I've installed it a couple times, so it's a little bit dirty, but overall, you get the picture. So two things. Well, first I'll show you. This is the exhaust without it. Really open, and you can notice this little hole right here, which I'll show you guys later. Helps with installing it. But on this side, I already have it installed. So you can see it really narrows the output hole, and because of the double walls of metal in there, it actually does a better job than you'd think at muffling it. So it's only one screw really with a washer, and to install it, it does come with its own Allen wrench with the correct size that you need. And this is the screw with bolt and a washer that you need to install it. So I'm gonna basically, if you get the slanted cut, it makes it a little bit more difficult to install it and uninstall it, just because visually it looks a little counterintuitive to slide it into the exhaust tip like that, if you know what I mean. But basically all you have to do is note the hole is at the bottom, rotate this hole on the silencer to the bottom, put it in, taking the slant cut into consideration, and it takes a little bit of force, but it's definitely doable. Like I said, I'm doing it with one hand. So it is almost impossible to spin it once it's in if you have it misaligned, so you really want to make sure it's aligned from the get-go. And then it's hard to film this with one hand, but I'll put the screw in and then show you. So I got it screwed on in literally less than 5 seconds, and you can really easily hand tighten this and it still wouldn't come out, because there's not too much force pushing out from the exhaust to undo this screw and bolt. So, but it does come with this Allen wrench, and there's really not a ton of clearance right here to be able to actually fit it where you need it, but you can just tighten it up a little bit. But I'm not going to tighten it up too much because I'm going to be taking it off after this video. So now I'm going to show you a cold start with it, and I'm going to try to record the actual decibel reading to be able to compare it to before and after, or with and without the silencers. So okay, so here's a cold start with the silencers in. So really, once it starts to idle, I mean, it's still loud because it's a cold start on a HR350Z, but it is nowhere near having the silencers out. So I just use an app to measure the decibel reading, and basically at the idle with the silencers in, it averages about 70 decibels. So I just uninstalled both the silencers in literally less than 2 minutes, and I will tell you, it's a little bit trickier to pull them out than to install them. But what you have to do is just pull with a little bit of force, but it's just tough because obviously you don't want to pull your actual exhaust heads off. But once you get it to like right here, you want to pull it up and then out. Like I said, with the slanted tip design, it's a little bit tough to look at the actual angle that you need to pull it out at, but it's definitely doable. You just have to keep in mind the direction you're pulling. Also, you don't want to do this too many times because it does start to scratch the inside if you care about the looks of your exhaust a bunch. But you know, I've just been doing this a couple times for the content, and I kind of wanted to see if it would damage it. So it scratches a little bit, but you know, it's an exhaust. I'll get over it. I know you guys probably will too. So now I'm gonna do another kind of cold start with the silencers out, and hopefully get a decibel reading of that. Hopefully you guys can hear the difference between that. It's much deeper, much louder. I recommend it without the silencer, but still, if you need to do it, silencers are definitely a good idea. So I use the decibel app to check the difference, and when you have the silencers out, it averages around 80 decibels. So when you install the silencers at idle, it cuts it down 10, and then you can imagine how that would scale up while you're driving or revving. So it probably cuts it a good 10 to 20% depending on how you're driving. It honestly sounds more of a difference than 10 decibels, but still, it's a pretty big difference. So thanks for watching to the end of the video. If you like this content and you want to see more, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.